Everybody, and welcome to the Diehm stream. I'm Jay. Just so you guys know, we're going to have an exciting interview with Wild One today. We're going to be asking him all sorts of questions about his niche. Oh, and he's hosting us right now. We're gonna let that hosting thing run through real quick. Oh dear, there we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I forget how loud that thing is. Welcome to Wild One. We're gonna be getting to know his niche, how he got into streaming, and what advice he might have for aspiring streamers today. But a quick social media spew. You can find us at iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Castbox, YouTube, and Twitch at the Diehm stream. The Diehm, Diehm, or if you think about it like Diehm, stream. So you can find us there, or you can find me at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at JDiehm, Jay, and then Diehm. So you can check us there, but today we are going to be joined by the super excellent, the Wild One. How are you doing today, sir? How are you? Not too much. It's a nice, cool night here I'm over in Iowa. We're just kind of having a nice little mellow, cool night tonight. Like it was a little hot over Easter. How was your Easter, by the way?
It was good. Pretty mellow. Didn't do a whole lot.
All right.
Hot. It's already hot here.
It's hot.
Yeah, it was almost 90 degrees. We're looking at about 100 on Friday.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just we kind of hit like I think 75, maybe 80, and we were like, oh, getting toasty.
That's what I get for living in the desert.
Yeah, that'll happen. So Wild One, what do you prefer to be called? Wild One?
Just wild.
Wild.
Usually that was my original screen name on Xbox.
Okay.
And someone stole it. And then I couldn't remember the password and I couldn't recover it, so I just had to come up with something else. So then I did the one, and it's been like that ever since. But yeah, I always go by Wild. All my characters in like World of Warcraft and anything where I can create a character is usually just Wild.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so it hung over. I like to ask people how they got their name and stuff. What is it? Did you just? I mean, have you always been called Wild One? Like have you just been the crazy one of the bunch?
I misspelled the word "while," and I hit D instead of E, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'll just leave it."
Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. So were you going to be Wild One? How did?
No, I was just I was actually programming a web page, and I was typing the word "while," and I saw it with a D, and I was like, "Oh, that actually looks pretty cool." Wild. That'll be my name.
It's pretty unique, and like it's not hard to remember either.
No.
My paranoia for some reason had me fully believing that you had like a number in there, and so I was like, I'm spelling it wrong like every time. But you actually have it's just Wild One, which is super easy.
The only difference is as the H, and I always get the people going like Cool Whip and Wild One.
I had that joke running through my head, but I was like, I'm gonna be classy and not make it.
I'm being classy and I'm drinking it. Hope you don't.
I don't mind at all. It's
I'm over the legal age.
There you go. This stream is essentially, I do put it as explicit, so be as adult as you want.
Don't do that. I have been banned from Twitch, so.
Oh really?
don't give me so much free reign.
Ooh, game overs. Welcome to the Diehm stream. How are you doing?
What up, game over? That's my buddy.
All right. So yeah, okay. Now you started the story. How did you get banned from Twitch?
All right, we're gonna go through this. So I raided somebody, and I did not end stream after I raided them. So I was still live, and I did adult things, thinking my stream was done.
You know what? You're not the first person I've heard of that's actually done that. Like, I personally know someone who was like, whoops.
Yeah. That alert saying you've been disconnected and your stream key is no longer valid.
Oh, man. Oh, Christopher Goodrich, welcome in. Christopher's a regular. He's been following the podcast since it was like, I mean, we've gone through 3 different names now.
Gotcha.
so so he's kind of followed us all the way across. It's been a wild ride. But
Nice.
yeah, we that's that's so funny. I've definitely heard of a friend. Yeah, he's had that
Yeah.
issue before. I've had other friends actually. I don't know if they still do this, but he got banned for falling asleep.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, they got mad
Hey,
at
Dink.
him. Hello, Dink. Welcome to the Diehm stream. How you doing? How you guys doing? Just so you guys know, just a quick reminder: if you guys have any questions, so this is going to be just kind of a questionnaire today. Just let us know if there's something that you don't know about Wild. Let us know what you want to know, and hopefully we'll be able to answer that. Let's maybe. I don't. I mean, we've already gone as far as finding out how he got banned from Twitch once. How'd you get it back? Did you have to restart or like?
No, it was only a 24-hour ban, and the 24 hours was a day that I didn't stream anyway, so it didn't actually affect my streaming at all. Hey, Savvy.
Savvy Samurai, welcome to the Dean stream. So okay, let's get into some of the questions here. One of my big questions I always like to ask people is like, how did you get into Twitch specifically?
Um, I don't know. I watched Twitch for a long time prior to doing it myself, and I only watched a couple people, and one of them was Tim the Tatman, because I was a huge Overwatch fan, or still am. But I used to watch him specifically because he was just a lot of fun to watch and everything like that. And I don't watch him as much as he plays Fortnite. Fortnite. Sorry, internet. But I loved watching him, and I was like, man, ever since I was like high school, I've always wanted to be an entertainer, or a comedian, or an actor, whatever. But most people don't know this. I'm very, very shy, and I don't ever see myself doing it in front of like a live audience. It just terrifies the shit out of me. But doing it in my room away from people, I don't know. I just feel way more comfortable, and it's an outlet for me to actually do what I've always wanted to do without having that stage fright of being in front of people.
So you'd say you probably don't feel that then when you're like when you first hit that go live button, you don't get any of that anxiety of like there's people watching.
No, I don't. And I know they are, but it just like I don't see those eyes on me, so like I'm much more relaxed, and especially since I can have some drinks and kind of loosen up a little bit. And I still drink, but not as much as like when I first started. It was just like balls to the wall. I'd get hammered. But now that I'm more used to it, I'm slowed down, and I still have like a, but yeah,
So how long ago did you start streaming? Like how long have you been streaming for?
July 2017. So coming up on 2 years.
Coming up on 2 years. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you so
should have worn
you've
the
you've
horse.
you've come a good amount of oh the morph suit. The morph suit. What is that?
That's this spandex suit that fits very tight on my fat body.
Oh, okay. I've actually had there was like I don't know, someone came up with a joke about like how I needed to I don't know, be a little more politically correct and I came out wearing just my green screen over my head and I'm like, how's this? like,
Yeah, I used it recently to make a video where it looks like I was being burned. So I was just wearing it, and I pulled my head out of it.
Oh, that's
Use the
cool. That's super cool. So do you have? So you said you mentioned a little bit ago you were designing like a web page at one point. Do you have like a design background?
No.
Oh, okay.
I that was 2001, I think. I really enjoyed doing it as a hobby, and I thought I'd go to school for that. So I did, and I passed, and then I was like, I don't want. Same thing with like 3D animation. I went to a 3D animation, did that for a while, and then it's nah.
Holy cow! I mean those are good skills to carry over to Twitch though. Like I don't know if I could use them regularly enough for a career, but I use random tutorials I've learned in those fields a lot, and I'm very minor. I'm easily impressed too. You whipped out that advertisement thing for the stream, and I was like, can I have that?
Oh yeah, the little flyer. Yeah, it just something for advertising, man. I like whipping together graphics, and I do that for a lot of my streamer friends. I'll make little shitty emotes or crappy overlays or pieces of scenes, and I piece together stuff like that. Man, I just like I don't advertise, I don't charge or anything. I just kind of do that in my free time because I want to help them.
It looked fantastic. So thank you so much for that. I am definitely gonna be using that. Everything
No
like
problem.
translated really well from the Photoshop file over to GIMP.
That's good.
Super well, except for the text. I just have to redo the text, which isn't. I mean, that's pretty simple. But I
Yeah,
actually.
that wasn't a standard Windows font or Windows font. So if you would have had that, it would. You just make
Oh,
memes.
okay.
I do make memes to make fun of my friends. I do. Alcoholic choice. Right now I'm drinking a beer, but I love just drinking like whiskey on the rocks, scotch, stuff like that. I don't do mixed drinks too much unless I'm having like a margarita.
I'm a Bloody Mary guy. I like snacks with my drinks. Uh,
Yeah, I like a good Bloody Mary for breakfast.
yeah, it
Like
works out really
chew my
well.
booze.
That's I'm a well. I do it for I like I'll drink a Bloody Mary at any point. I had a bartender look at me and she goes, "I don't trust anyone who would drink a Bloody Mary at night." And I go, "Do I look like the type of guy that doesn't get snacks with my drinks?" And she's just like, "All right, touche." And I was like, "Yeah, thank you."
I love a good piece of bacon in my Bloody Mary.
What we
You're
had this
probably gonna
whole
like lamb and tuna fish.
had this whole thing about it where I was like, my favorite so far is beef stick, cheese stick, pickle spear. I'm good. Like
There
that's
you
all that
go.
I need. I'm a big dude though, so I eat a lot.
Yeah, I had a big fucking Whataburger right before this, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I grilled up some chicken. Ironically, my wife's a personal trainer, so she's like, yeah, we gotta make healthy food. So I grilled up
Yeah,
some
I'm lazy.
chicken. We called it good.
Perfect.
So, oh, okay. Coin Deadly, Colin Deadly. I'm just gonna
Going.
call you Deadly.
What we call them? That or snap.
What was that?
We call them deadly or ginger snap.
Ginger Snap. Well, welcome to Team Diehm. Thank you for joining us here on Team Diehm. Fuck, he says.
Oh, he
God
hates
damn it.
that.
That's gonna carry over. That's gonna carry over. And then you just see
Perfect.
unfollow.
Oh yeah. He probably unfollowed me before we even started this.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So, let's talk about so it was about 2 years ago. Probably Amazon had probably bought Twitch by then, right?
They did, but the affiliate program was not in place when I started.
Yeah, this was one of those things where I started like a while ago, and it was just before Fallout. Like it was right when Fallout 4 was announced because I started playing Fallout 3 at that point, and I got like tons of viewers just because people were like pumped about Fallout 4, and I'd gained a lot of traction, and then I left because I had gone through a few jobs and stuff, and when I came back, this thing called the affiliate program came back, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? And then I found out that it's not actually that easy to get. Like it's not as easy to get as it used to be, you know. It
The
took some
affiliate program
effort.
now, I think, is fairly easy. Like I see a lot of people get it within like what a week or whatever the minimum amount of time is. They just get it because now there's like I didn't even have Discord when I started streaming. I didn't know anything about it. I had just started my Twitter. I didn't know anything about Twitter. I didn't know anything about Discord or anything like that. So I was almost at 100 followers before I hit my free average.
Oh wow.
Because I still don't know. I don't know. But I am learning.
Yeah, you just kind of learn every day. Um, all right, game overs. Thank you so much for dropping in.
Later, dude.
You guys have a great day. But yeah, we. I mean, I started a while ago, but you've got a good 2 years under your belt. What kind of challenges have you run into?
Challenges?
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
learning it. Just everything you can learn from everything and anyone. YouTube, watching other streamers, just getting ideas, not like flat out ripping people off or whatever, but getting inspired and seeing how certain people do things a certain way, and just like, oh yeah, okay, I see how that works, and how can I make this unique to me?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of find your voice a little bit, like learning from other people, and that's kind of one of the things that I've noticed a little bit about the Twitch community is there are people who are very like willing to share their experiences.
Yeah,
Um, you've got a lot of how-to streamers out there, but they're not like this is the formula. They're like this is what worked for me. How does it work for
exactly.
you now?
Right.
Which is really really cool. And ironically, I think one of the first like how to streams or not how to streams, but like one of the first like this is how I do things video, I think was Tim the Tap Man. Like I think he popped up and I was watching a video from him and I was like, what? Who is this guy?
Yeah, yeah. He has a really good one that I have in my Discord, and like stream help that I anyone starting out always pointed to that video first.
Yeah, yeah. So what's it like? You know what? We should talk Discord because that's one of my big weaknesses. What's it like building a Discord?
I will tell you once I figure it out. I honestly don't know. I was in like 50 of them, and I just started dropping them because you cannot dedicate that kind of time to Discord. I think you need to find group like communities or groups of people that you really click with and stick with those and have meaningful conversations in them, which I'm not good at. I am not good at Discord. I have a Discord. I have these fine people here that showed up, and they come to my streams and we hang out in my Discord and we just basically talk shit on each other.
I think that's the biggest challenge that I have is being social in Discord, and I'll pop in from time to time on mine and be like, "How's it going?" And people be like, "Good," and then it'll be about that. Like I put up some videos and stuff because I've got people that I like to watch, and if they have good advice, I'll pop it up in there. Or I need to do like a dad jokes like thread or something because we have that's one of our things is dad jokes.
Yeah,
I have one guy who just comes in and that's all he does is talk dad jokes, and I'm like, this is amazing.
that's perfect. Anything
So
that can get people talking. And the channel for that on mine that I had to get rid of was it was a porn channel, but I got rid of that to be a little more professional. But yeah,
oh,
I had bots in there, and you just put commands in, and it would just give you a random GIF. And it was like, yeah. And that's really the only reason Ginger Snap ever came to my Discord. He didn't even show up anymore.
he's showing me more because of the porn. No
I
porn.
got rid of it, and he's gone.
I'm done. There's not enough porn in here. You goddamn right, he says.
Yeah, see, I haven't seen him since. It's been almost 8 months.
Oh my god. Oh, he's gonna come out looking starved, just terrible blue balls. That's gonna be awful.
But yeah, just like we still have like a meme thing where you put some funny shit in there and gaming news, and if there's like deals on games, you can share that with the community and try to get people involved with news for games or anything related to your stream and stuff like that.
Okay, so
I'm leaving.
Chris is out. He's just leaving my bushes. He always jokes about hiding in my bushes outside because he only lives like 15 minutes away from me. Like
Right, yeah.
he's just down the road. So what? Let's talk about gaming. I think I caught you playing Overwatch last time. Um,
Yeah.
is that your regular thing that you stream? Do you mix it up? Are you
It has
specifically?
been lately. It has been lately. I was heavy into the BRs for a while. Like I did when I first started streaming, it was Overwatch and PUBG. And then I was running into a lot of cheating in PUBG, some rubber banding, just overall game issues because it was everything's early access now,
Mm,
and I hate that. Just come out with the game, have it be complete. People just need to be more. But I just got mad at that game and picked up Ring of Elysium, which is fun for a long time. Then season 2 came out and they added bots into the live game, not like a practice, just into the live game. and there's a leaderboard. I'm like, I'm not gonna be grinding to improve my rank in a game where they have bots in there and cheating. And I was like, I give up on that. And then Apex came out, and I really love Apex, but I am trash, and no one likes watching me lose 75 games. It's just me yelling at the screen. So I kind of like, I'll probably go back to it here and there. Kind of giving up on that and going back to Overwatch. I've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat X with Deadly there because he thought he could beat me, and I think I beat him like 26 games in a row.
Oh my gosh.
It felt pretty good. Crush everything? You're right. He's right.
So you are gonna probably be doing like Mortal Kombat 11 streams when it comes out.
Playing what?
And Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh yeah. I am playing that tomorrow.
This is
7 o'clock Pacific time.
This is Ginger. I'm just gonna tell you, Ginger Snaps. This is about him and the community. You know, you're just as much a part of the stream as. I love how you're getting roasted, Deadly. This is about everybody. You know, you guys help make Wild, so you should feel.
Go on, Deadly.
Fuck it. Deadly's leaving. Deadly's out. Fuck it. Oh, but
I made Deadly a. He does live music.
Oh.
Voice of an Angel, and I just recently made him a scene, going back to me kind of just making things for my friends. More fresh. Yeah.
That's really cool. See, that's one of the things that I find collaboratively like works the best is when you can loan your skills to someone and they can loan their skills back to you, and you guys like do it. What is that like? I'm not saying consensually. It's something along those lines. Mutually. There we go. It's like a mutual thing. Like everyone's like, hey, I can do this. And they're like, oh, I can do that. Like
he sings an amazing version of Susie Shallow Throat that you'll just have to go to his stream to watch him do live. It's amazing.
I'll have to check it out. We will put that on our list. I'm just gonna add you.
You'll laugh till you fucking cry when you hear Susie Shallow.
Okay. Okay. I've got this. Yeah, no, I've got you. I just sent you a friend request, and hopefully I can look that up later, so then I can just find you. Well, I can look it up. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you. Anyways, so yeah, that's one of the big things that I like to talk about the most is like the technical side and the like sort of the design side. It seems like you've got a little bit of design skill there, like you said.
I have a little bit of design skill, and I have gone through about 15 overlay revamps until I've got to the one I'm at now, which I really love. Like, it started off just crap over the top of my screen, crap on the bottom of my screen, animated stuff. I got stuff on the side, and just changing things here and there until I came up to very clean. I just have like a border that goes around my thing, like a line going through it. It's super crisp. I'm very minimal. I like minimal situation because, like, when I'm on my live scene, the focus should be on the game and me, and I don't want a bunch of other stuff cluttering that up. And if I die or whatever, I have like a bar scene that I go to and I'll drink, and it's got like the recent followers and recent things like that on a chalkboard on the bar. It says like daily specials. So it'll have that, and then I have like a bar menu where the chat is and stuff like that. So the bar's a little more busy, but the focus isn't on the. I'm a little bit bigger in the bar and stuff like that. So I've made that. I have a like a just chatting scene that is like a bedroom background, but everything's all green. So I fake fucking everything. Movie magic.
Well, it kind of makes sense. I mean, you know, when I first started, I used to do like the chat window and and all that random stuff. And I used to actually change the aspect ratio to where it'd just be like a square, and then you'd have your
Right.
webcam next to the chat window. And I don't know, something about it just never made me happy. I do like the idea of like if you're going to be off on the side doing something, um, being able to. Oh, Ames the trophy hunter. Welcome to Team Diehm. Thank you so much for the follow. But I just kind of enjoy setting
I know
that
that guy.
up. Oh, you
Chef
do?
Boyardee. That's what I call myself. I'm Chef Thick Boyardee
I saw
because
that
I got
pop up.
this.
I saw that pop up on
Uh,
Twitter and it kept confusing me. Oh, you got a
uh,
holy cow! You've got a hat.
yeah, it won't go over my earmuffs there, but here you go.
Yeah,
One of
that's the
them chefy
saddest thing.
things.
I got my bat hoodie, and it won't. I can't put it up over my headphones. I'm like, no.
Ah, brutal.
I've got a friend. She calls herself the queen of the bats. So I'm still waiting for the day that she pops in. I just like pop it up.
But yeah, Ames and Dink, they're over on the European side of things.
Oh, really? Do you?
Yes,
So,
they woke up super early just to watch them.
oh,
For
nice.
you,
What?
not me. Clearly,
What time do you normally stream at night?
7 p.m. Pacific.
Okay.
So that'd be what 9 your time?
Yeah. Okay. So you're putting your stream a little bit on hold today, aren't you?
I don't stream on Mondays.
Oh, okay. This is just a wonky day then.
Yeah, this is your stream, and then my stream's tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Well, mine's usually I'm a morning streamer. I don't
Right.
usually do nights because I don't really have the time at night. Usually I'm like asleep and stuff. But I like to do the interviews later at night because it's not really, it's always like an hour long. It's just an easier thing to do.
Right.
You can do like the interviews randomly at any point, and I've opened up the schedule to be able to just do it whenever it works for everybody. So that's kind of the best thing. Um, so we've talked about like you've been playing a lot of like battle royales and you're playing like Overwatch and whatnot. What do you think
Mhm.
your niche is for gaming?
Whatever's fun, really. I mean, I'm gonna be getting Warcraft 3. I was really into StarCraft 2 for a long time, so like I like a wide array of. I really do. Um, I play Heroes of the Storm as well, a MOBA. I know it's the cheap knockoff League of Legends. I don't. I play the games that I actually enjoy playing, not whatever. That.
Right.
But I'm
So
definitely getting out of Mortal Kombat tomorrow.
is that one coming out tomorrow?
Mortal Kombat 11 comes out tomorrow.
I didn't even know that. I haven't played a Mortal Kombat game since the GameCube. That's
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty dated. I'm bad at fighting games.
I just mash buttons and hope for the best. And I was actually watching a review, and they were saying that they've made it more technical that you won't be able to mash buttons. So now Deadly's probably gonna be able to beat me a little bit more.
Yeah, as I say, I bet Deadly's just waiting. Deadly's just over there.
Uh, he's gonna end up smoking me tomorrow. I know he is. He's been waiting for it.
Oh well, at least it'll be fun. See
Oh
those
yeah,
fatalities drop
and that's
quick.
the thing. I don't mind losing. I do not mind losing. That's why I generally don't play like competitive Overwatch or anything like that because I don't want to be mad. I play games to have fun, and these people that just play and they get all angry when they lose, like you're playing a game. That's like the exact opposite of what games are for.
See, I play the games to be happy. I get mad when my computer like doesn't want to make me happy. That's what it that's what I'm
Yeah.
supposed to get mad at.
Also, I
The
don't play
games are the
scary
fun
games.
part. You don't play scary games.
I played one last year for like a special Halloween thing. I told him never do it again. What was it? You're walking around with like a camcorder.
Oh, oh, oh man, it's left me.
You're
That's
like
not
in a
good.
you're like in a crazy house or
Uh,
something.
yeah,
And open
it's
up my phone.
oh man, guys, help us out
Exactly.
here. I know what it is. I just can't remember the name right. Outlast. There we go.
Yep.
Outlast.
Outlast.
So,
It's brutal.
well, I think so. This brings up a topic because I think you're the one who actually. I'm pretty sure you reached out to me on Twitter at one point. Um, I like there was something someone had made a comment and you it might have been you about like um, instead of just dropping something into just dropping your link into a chat like those top 50 followers I think
Yeah.
like follow 50 people or like or no just like you put your link
It
in here and
was,
then follow
yeah,
everyone and you were
one of
like
those.
you're like put value into what you're advertising and you popped up my clip of me playing the Resident Evil 2 stream for like I did the 30-minute demo and I screamed like a bitch. I've
Yes.
never screamed and you're like this is fucking gold. This is what you need to share all the
Exactly.
time.
Yeah. Don't just drop a link. Text is not good. They always say pictures worth 1,000 words. Video, same thing. If you give value to that link, they're gonna see that 10 seconds of just pure hilarity. You're gonna have a much greater time of getting someone to actually click that, go and follow.
Yeah, and that's been something that I've kind of adopted. Like, you gave me some pretty good advice. You and I actually went back and forth one day. Oh, my brother-in-law and my sister are here, and my brother-in-law wants his damn tacos. He tells me, "You're actually late. It's supposed to be 30 minutes into the stream." So my currency is tacos, guys. You earn tacos for every 30 minutes you watch me, and then you can
Love
do
talk.
shit with those tacos. However, you gotta be in for the first 30 minutes. You came in at 10:30, right on the dot. I don't know if I should give you those tacos. I'll make you wait for them. I'll make you wait and I'll make you work for them. But anyways, we were going back and forth because there was one thing where I took one of those. It's like, what was it? It was like follow. Like it was the same idea I think, where it was like just
It
follow
was the
the
same
thing.
idea, but you flipped it. But I was just so used to seeing it the one way. I was
Yeah,
like,
and
ah,
you're like, dude,
fucking my brain snapped.
yeah, you're like, this doesn't work, and I'm like, oh no, read it, just read it. See if after you read it if you like it. And you're like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe, and it was still, I mean, it was okay. It was,
Yeah.
it didn't go anywhere. Like nobody, nobody read it, and I was like, okay, you know. But I thought it'd be clever and like flip it around a little bit because it is one of those things where like people are constantly between Twitter and Instagram, it's horrifying how many follow for follows are out there and like
Yeah, and I'm
restreams and
afraid that if I just saw like the first couple words and associated with those other posts, I think maybe other well.
it's tough. And you try things from time to time, but it's just I don't know, it's brutal out there. It's a lot of cuz you have sort of your even-minded people like you're very even-minded, but then you have all of these other people that are like follow for follow, follow for follow. They'll get like
Yeah.
right in your DMs and be like, "Follow me. Hit my links." And I'm like, "Just calm down. Calm down."
Follow to me legitimately means unless you're going to come and join my. If you have 10,000 followers but 3 people talking to you, what's the point? I would rather have 100 followers and 100 people in chat.
What's interesting is like so there's the Ashlee Christ out there. She's kind of been
Mm-hmm.
on this spiel lately about the idea that like you can only maintain. There's scientific research now. You can only maintain about a
7 bars
hundred
number?
something about 150 people. You can
Yeah,
only
it's 10
maintain
bars number.
150 relationships at one time, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like 150 sounds pretty steep to me, even.
Right.
And I had this discussion this morning actually with one of my followers where he's like, I hate those streams where you pop in and it's like 2K followers all in at one time, just drop in the chat. And I'm like, at that point, I don't think you're watching to have a conversation with the streamer anymore. Like,
Right.
you,
There's a threshold. When you get to be having 40,000 people in your chat, you're not having a relationship with them.
yeah.
It's a different playing field at that point.
So yeah, Are you like on the camp of like, would you rather just maintain like a smaller amount of people and be closer to people? Ames Trophy Center says, I hate follow for follow and L for L. I don't know what L for
Lurk for
L is.
lurk.
Oh, lurk for lurk. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one. So pointless when trying to build a platform. Don't even get me started on communities. Yeah, I get it. Well, it's so much nicer when you have people that come in and they want to have a conversation with you and they want to enjoy time. But like, do you see yourself ever at a day where you like, I mean, and this is like crazy optimism, but do you ever see yourself at like ninja level numbers, or would that just ruin it for you?
I don't see myself ever being that big, but I would love to be bigger because I do love entertaining people, and the more people I can entertain, the better. I mean, you go from like I was saying earlier, me being a wanting to be like a comedian or anything like that. You go from doing the small clubs to like Madison Square Garden. But
Right.
I'm not like the Rolling Stone. Just one guy. Wild Hour Ninja. Hey, thank you.
Chris is in. Chris is in. How do you see yourself evolving someday if you get to that point? Like, say you get past the point where you can maintain these relationships. Have you thought about that?
Not really. Um, I do have a plan other than video games. Whenever I move, so I'm actually going through a divorce. So I've had to move out, and I'm in an apartment right now for a 3 month lease. I don't know if I'm going to have to extend it or not, but once that's all finalized, I'm going to go back and buy a house, and I would like to do at least one cooking stream because I'm a kick-ass chef, Chef Thick Boy or D. But yeah, I want to cook and even probably do YouTube videos, instructional,
Okay, what would you cook?
everything.
Everything.
My my favorite dish to cook right now, green chicken enchiladas, and I make the sauce from scratch.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
It they are things in some pot. I don't have an instant pot.
Things in it. Oh, yeah, my brother-in-law's a huge Instant Pot fan. Like they've got. How big is that? Drop that in the chat. How big is your Instapot? Like they bought my mom a
12
ridiculous
inches.
one. It's
I
eight
also I'm
eight
very
quart.
huge on lewd humor. Well,
Oh yeah.
I've never used an instant pot, so I would have to get one and learn how to use it. I'm sure you just set it and forget it, right?
It's one of those things where it's more, like you said it, but it does everything a ton faster.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Kind of like a
yeah,
pressure cooker.
they bought one for my parents' house because so just so you know, my sister is actually in Korea right now. Her and her husband are in Korea, so this is morning for them. um, but they bought one when they were back at my parents' house, and it like had Bluetooth and everything. It was insane, but this thing was huge. But it makes everything just cook faster. Um,
I have a sous vide, which is the exact opposite. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to cook a steak.
oh man, I bet that's a
But yeah,
good steak though.
oh my god! So you put it like you season the steak and you put it in a bag and you like air seal it, right? And it's got like rosemary and the salt and pepper,
Oh,
garlic, and you I don't know, it's like a storage where it sucks all the air out of the bag, right? And then you put it in a big tub of water and it has this device that goes inside that they tooth and everything. You set it to like 130 degrees. You just let it sit in there for 2 hours and it has circulating water to where it cooks the meat perfectly through.
oh,
And no matter what the thickness is, it'll never go beyond that degrees on the internal temperature. Then you take it
oh,
out and just give it a quick sear with a torch or a cast iron skillet, and you're good to go.
that's amazing. That's yeah. Oh,
But it's so moist.
it's moist. So how did you? Okay, the other day, let's a little technical wise. I came in the stream, and you were purple.
Yeah.
What is that? Just simply like a color correction?
Yeah,
What are you? Yeah, you're just doing color corrections. Is that something that like you let your viewers like pick the next color? Because I think I came in and you were like blue a little later or something like that. Like you change
I've
colors.
only did it that one stream. So the stream that you actually popped into, I saw you in the viewer list. I knew you were
Okay.
there, but Dink hated it. She absolutely hates it. But yeah, I was just I started with like blue or something. And I said, okay, after we'd win or lose a game or whatever, I'd say, okay, next color and green, orange or whatever. Orange doesn't really. I'm not Trump orange, but skin color is kind of orange.
I get you.
But yeah, I was just kind of did it for that one stream, and I think when people are scrolling through the Twitch page, you need something that's going to catch their eye. That's still. So you're scrolling through these people, and all of a sudden you see someone that's their skin's purple. Like, what the hell is he doing? Like a body painting stream? What's going on? And they're going to click into that.
That is pretty genius. Did you see that? Like, did you
I
see
did
some
not.
random
I
people
was
pop
actually
in?
messing with my green screen, and I saw the color correction. I was like, let's fuck with this and see what happens.
I mean, but did you see like more people come in that during that stream? Like, did you have a few more people that's like, "Hey, why are you purple?"
I don't know. I don't remember. That was shit memory.
That
There might
was
have
a,
been one or two.
that was a little while ago. That was like what? Was that Friday? Maybe I don't even know.
It might have been Thursday. I don't normally stream on Fridays, but
Okay,
since I live here now
that's
and I don't care my kids, I've been doing extra streams here and there.
okay. Okay, so yeah, I was kind of wondering about that because like I popped in and I'm like, I love seeing when someone does something different. The last interview, DJ Lark did like a beach stream, and then I get to see you doing like I'm purple now, and I'm like, this is so fun. Like,
I felt like an extra on Guardians of the Galaxy, so
well,
maybe
there you go.
I was part of something bigger.
You're just like a background character in Star Trek, just the
Yeah,
purple guy.
smoker for cooking stream. I need to buy a smoker, but yes, I would love to smoke a big bastard.
What would you do in the meantime, like while you're actually smoking?
I think something like that would probably be one of the YouTube videos that I was talking about. Something that takes a super long time. I would just probably make a YouTube, cut out the BS, and have that be a shorter, watchable episode.
I feel like you should
And we're back 18 hours later.
You could do like an 18-hour stream. So like you start smoking and then you go and you game for a while and then you come back to finish the smoke and like, churn it.
A week or two ago, I did a 7-hour stream, and I don't even know how people make the 12. There's no way. I am old.
There are people
I'm
that
older
do
than I look, and 7 hours is pushing. My ass
there
can't take it too much.
like Harris Heller
Sitting
does
chair.
like 24-hour streams like regularly now and I'm like, how do you
Isn't he
keep
young?
it up? He's my age. We're 30. Yeah, him and I are both 30. So he turned 30 in September and I turned 30 last month or in October. So
I'm
like a month
creeping up to
later.
40,
Yeah.
and I'm out of shape. So,
You're out
and
of
I have
shit.
kids.
Well, there you go. That is the final. Like I've always heard that as like the nail in the coffin of how energy like what kills the energy levels. Like I got kids.
Yeah, round is a shape. Yeah, I'm 37 and I have kids, and I partied way too hard in my 20s and 30s. So I'm just like forever tired.
You're just forever tired.
Forever tired.
Well, that should help though. That'll give you the edge. Like I'm already tired. Like that's like you'll come out like Bruce Banner at the end of Avengers. That's my secret, Tony.
I was
I'm
actually trying to
always
be
tired.
I wanted to be very, very productive yesterday, and I came home. My fat ass had some Taco Bell, and I was like, all right, I'm going to make a raid scene because everyone I see has these awesome raid scenes, and I want two kids. Um, I want to show like the person that's raiding me that like I really appreciate him instead of going, thanks for the raid. Now back to the game. I see all these people doing like music or they fucking dance or whatever. I want to do something special. So I was like, I'm gonna come up with something. But maybe I'll just lay in my bed. So I laid it over there and I was like listening to music at like 6 p.m. And ceiling fan was kicking. I was like, oh, it's a little cold. So I got under the covers. And I was like, and then I woke up at 10:45. I was like, where'd the fucking day go? Now I'm wide awake. And I'm just thankful that I had game overs. He was streaming, and I was like, oh, knocked right out. It only took an hour watching his stream to make me so tired.
Oh no.
I just wish he was here to hear that. I like talking. We throw shit on each other all the time.
I think that's
just a joke, and he would.
I mean, just evaluating it a little bit, like I think between just being like a little more adult and then being able to just talk shit to each other, I think I think that's part of your niche and like the value of your community. It just seems like.
Yeah, I've had a lot of like I'm in Snap groups with like buddies I went to high school with, and they'll just like shit all over me. And they're like, "Are you even friends if you don't talk shit on each other?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right."
I mean, that's how, like, I work at a restaurant. That's what you do in the kitchen is you talk shit to each other. You know,
Yeah,
I have a friend. He did MMA for like 3 matches.
So did Dames. I think he did it for like about 8 seconds though. You'll have to confirm on the time there.
Well, that was the thing. He did 1 match that he won. He did a second match that I think he lost, but like just by a little bit. And then the third, he says he doesn't even remember. It was his dick.
How many seconds was it, Ames?
My buddy says he doesn't even remember the third. Like, it was just gone. Like, he was just like, I blacked out. It was that guy whooped him. But they put him like way above his grade. Like, the guy that he got put in was like the title for that night or something, and he got bumped into it somehow.
10. Oh my
it was
god.
Sex Life 10.
Jeez.
Oh dear. 10 seconds? Is that what you're talking about? Your sex life's 10 seconds?
Go, man. Giggity.
That's sad. My sister just says that's sad. Yeah, my sister. So she's got 5 kids. So she's putting in the effort. Yeah, she says she's about a year younger than you, which makes sense. But
how many kids? 5?
Yeah, she's got 5.
Oh, there's no. After 2, I went and had them like solder it up or whatever they got to do to the tubes, man. I spray freely now. I ain't got to worry about it.
There you go. There you go.
It's way too many shitty diapers for you to do. Oh my god.
Well, I think about that time. I mean, they're pros. I think about the 3rd kid, they were like they could change a diaper like with their eyes closed.
Oh, you could do it easily, but it sucks, dude. There has been times where I go to change a diaper and I'm like, oh, this is the worst shit I have ever fucking smelled.
Oh man!
I almost killed my first daughter. I was changing her for the like 3rd time, and for whatever reason, she was aimed at me, and I put the diaper on her, and shit onto my chest, and I'm holding her legs, and I about threw her, just out of like a knee-jerk reaction, almost threw her off the bed.
Oh man! Oh.
And I had to like reach over and save her from falling off. Oh, it was brutal.
I mean, the one thing I've learned from their kids is that kids are like little Terminators. They're built from rubber. Like I watched my niece take the weight of her 2 brothers, my nephews, who were like probably 7 and 9. Took the weight of them. They were swinging on a swing together. Like this, it was one of those ones you push your legs, your legs cross and then you push back and forth. And they're swinging on this thing, and she took the corner to the face, and she was like a year and a half, 2 years old, just starting to walk, and she just got blood all over her mouth. She was crying, and then I did something. I made some sort of like joke or tickled her or something, and she just starts laughing at me. She's got bloody mouth. She's just laughing at me like a demon, and I'm like. These kids are rubber. Like that's what they, and then I looked it up, and like biology wise, they have like their bones are actually more rubbery, so they can take a hit like
bounce.
that.
They bounce for
sure. They bounce. It's nuts.
Being a man and having children is like always being on an episode of The Jackass. You never know when you're gonna get hit right in the dick. Come around a corner, fucking headbutt. Like, why would you do that? They're always coming up with new ways. They're just gonna jump off like the bar, fucking 2 feet out, just catch me. Why are you
Oh,
kicking me?
that's amazing. Oh, oh my gosh.
So yeah, it's living in a jacket.
I get you. Oh yeah,
Huh.
yeah. She's had one kid break my dad's nose like 5 times. My dad literally, he went through surgery to get his nose like fixed because he snores so bad, like a
Huh.
reconstructive surgery, and they told him like this is the last time, like you have no more cartilage to rebuild your nose. And then my
Oh my
nephew
god.
immediately broke his nose after that, like immediately. It was amazing. It was-
Yeah, I'll like look over them to fix something, and then that's the time to jump up. I'm like, God, would you stop up? Why are you trying to kill me?
It is the lamest way my dad's broken his nose, though. He's got like hundreds of stories of how he like broke his nose. I mean, and he still has a nose. It's not like he's Michael Jackson or anything. Like, I mean, he's still got a full nose, but
He's not Skeletor.
yeah, he's not skeletal. Like, he has a nose, but they just said they can't build it up. Like, they can't like add structure anymore because it's just like there's no more cartilage. It's done.
They can probably print one now, right?
Did you do top 5 games? We normally don't ask the top 5 games for streamers. If you feel like you can do top 5 games, but
Ever?
yeah, I've got. So I'll tell you mine real quick. I'll let you think, and I'll tell you mine. So mine is Borderlands 2. I absolutely love Borderlands 2. The story is fantastic. I love the fact that they. Well, he's a gamer, yeah. Okay, okay, Nate. Um, I love the story. I love how they incorporated the main characters, the playable characters from the first game, and made them story characters in the second game. And I hope that they do that for the third game, which they've alluded to the idea. And then Bioshock 1 and Infinite, the stories blew my mind. That was nice. I really liked having a game that could, like, just, I mean, shock me like I was watching an episode of Lost or something. Zelda in general, I grew up on Zelda. Skyrim/Fallout, I just really enjoy the gameplay and how it always surprises you. And then my new one is Red Dead Redemption 2 because there's so much crap you can do in that game, and I'm a big single player guy. That's the thing. Like I don't get to play too much multiplayer because I'm terrible. Like
I used to really like single player games until I started streaming. I still like them, but I'll play them off stream because I get too focused on the story and chat just goes away and I just become an asshole just playing a game. So I was like, I'll just do that off.
it's a little difficult, yeah. That's why I like them more open world, is because then you can do a little bit of story and everyone can kind of focus together, but then you can go off and do something weird and wild off in the side. Like Red Dead is the perfect because there's always something in every nook and cranny, and I have a lot of hilarious clips from Red Dead. Um,
Yeah.
like it just there's so much random crap that just happens in that game.
But for me, in no particular order, probably Shining Force 2 on the Sega Genesis. Um, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 in the arcade. Really good. Um, Zelda 3. Is it Link to the Past? Was it?
oh yeah, that would technically be 3, I think. Yeah,
Oh, God.
you broke
I don't
him.
know, man.
We
I
broke
like.
him.
I really liked SimCity 2000. I didn't like SimCity 4. I thought that was crap.
Oh my gosh.
2000 was X-Wing versus TIE Fighter back on the floppies. Really good games. I told you I'm old.
I know. Well, you're speaking my language. That's the funny part. Is like SimCity 2000 was one of the first games I
Oh,
ever owned, and I like one of the best things was building up a city and then sicking a tornado on it, just
oh, dude.
destroying it. Like once you got the city built up, you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna do natural disasters. They're
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. Um, there's just so many good like Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo games, like the Super Star Wars games. Those are very good. Really good. Mario was it Super Mario World was really good.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I could just go on for days about
I was. I mean, I was.
Earthworm Jim.
Oh yeah. So they're talking about doing a Sega Genesis Mini, and I guess Earthworm Jim
Yeah,
is going to pop up on there, and I'm like, that alone is worth it for me. Like I don't even care. Hooking an HDMI cable with my Sega up and being able to play Earthworm Jim That's all I care
Yeah, I
about.
actually bought for the Switch the Sega Genesis bundle as on it. It's pretty
It
good. I just
it
wish there
does
was
have
more.
Earthworm Jim on it.
I don't recall what. I don't think Earthworm Jim. I
Oh,
think
okay.
Toe Jam and Earl's on it though.
They've got a new. That one's going to be on the mini too, but they've got a new Toe Jam, I guess, out.
Heard.
Yeah, I haven't even tried. Okay, so question to you both: why did you streaming? What motivates you both to keep going? Um, well, so we talked about at the beginning why you jumped into streaming. You wanted to do sort of entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Right. Um, mine was actually very similar. Like I kind of relate to that because my original life plan was to go to Chicago and be a stand-up comedian, and then I always alter that story, go to Chicago and become homeless. But and I'm not introverted, which is this is interesting how it loops back because my question of the day today at on my stream was, do you find yourself introverted or extroverted? I'm very extroverted. Performance wise, it's interesting because you say like you don't want those eyes staring back into you, but
Yeah.
the way that lights work, all you see is shadows. Like you can't see a face actually. It's really
No,
really
it
hard.
is. I'm nervous doing this.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm introverted. I'm shy, and like I don't know what to say, so I keep saying dumb shit.
Hey, that's fine. But I love I absolutely I mean that's the point of the podcast is just to be able to have a fun conversation and be able
Right.
to just sort of relax. But the like whenever it comes to like what I love about Twitch is this idea that it's like it's a constant problem to fix. Right now, my biggest thing I'm working on is getting a retro console to stream on one of my old capture cards. For some reason,
Oh,
the
okay.
audio's not working. Because like we got a guy named Nick who came in today. We actually played. He played and beat Ninja Gaiden on my Switch.
Nice.
I like
The
the
original.
original. Yeah, the original.
Okay.
Like he played and beat it, but he's got a whole bunch of old consoles and a whole bunch of old games and hard ones that he wants to bring in and play. Like the original Ninja Turtles, he wants to come in and play that one. But I can't get this capture card to work, and it's my obsession. But that's what I love about it is because once you fix it, there's no other feeling better than being able to do that and then watch it happen. And then on top of that, you're performing, you're conversing with people, you're still playing. Like video games are such a small part of streaming to me. I don't know why. That's my
Yeah.
answer. But
That would be another thing I'd like to do because I actually built a game cabinet. Like it's a
oh,
4-player full on arcade machine that I built from scratch. And I love having people over drinking and playing like the Simpsons 4-player, X-Men 4-player,
oh yeah,
Ninja Turtles 4-player, and just getting a whole group of people together and playing those type of games. And I would love to like live stream us playing my art. It's got about 16,000 games on.
see, wouldn't it be cool to have like a webcam screwed into like the top of the cabinet to be able to like look down at you guys as you're playing and then be able to record it and send it out?
Yeah,
Like that would
exactly.
be
I had
interesting.
planned on having multiple cameras, like maybe one behind us over the shoulder, and
Oh,
then
that's
one
cool.
capturing the game, and then one above like the marquee.
That's a fun idea. Like that I'm
Yeah,
interested in. I've always thought about it. I'm just like I'm not ambitious enough. I've always wanted to build one of those cabinets too. Like I thought those would actually be like really lucrative if you did like a barcade or something. You could get like
yeah,
9 of those cabinets, put them out for free, and then just make people pay for alcohol. You're good to go. Like you
yeah.
know.
Except for you kind of technically have to own
Yeah, that
in,
is
in
that
a in
is
a professional
the
setting.
trick there. But I've been to a few barcades, and they never have those, which is probably why.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I guess we're getting close to wrapping up the stream here. But the last question that I didn't quite get to ask you is like, what kind of advice would you have for people who are like aspiring to stream, from your perspective?
Um, always be talking. Always be talking. Whether there's people in there or not, just learn how to monologue. Um, if there's no one in stream watching, comment on what's going on. Okay, I'm going to go over to the point. I'm going to go get this treasure chest. Then we're going to go do this. Regardless if there's anyone there or not, just explain what you're doing. And because there could be people watching, and then they're like, "Oh no, no, no! oh crap, there's people here watching. That's great. Just learn to monologue or play with friends, play multiplayer games with friends, and then you have that conversation going all the time. Also, networking is very important. I change the way I network all the time until I find something that's going to work for me because I don't think there is any cut and paste way of. Um, like recently, I've stopped doing live announcements on Twitter. I don't fill up my feed with that anymore. I don't know if it's working or not. I haven't seen my numbers go down, so I'm confident that doing my live tweets weren't doing anything in the. So now, if you go to my Twitter page, you can scroll through there and see just other content. You know what I mean? I find that live tweets are a commercial when I could be giving them the show, a different show than my Twitter show. I can give them some kind of content or something that's worth something to them on Twitter instead of just, here's a crappy commercial. Because I haven't had a radio because I used to have a Dodge Charger. I don't have that anymore right now. And I would play my Google Music. Haven't had a commercial in 5 years. And now I'm back in this other car that doesn't have Bluetooth, that doesn't have an auxiliary port. And I am realizing how much I hate commercials. And I find that going live tweets are commercials. I'm not saying they're bad. They work for you. Awesome. But for me, I was like, oh man, I don't want to just be, you go to someone's stream, going live. Oh, what did he post yesterday? Going live. What did he post the day before that? Going live. It's like, just an ongoing going live feed. So if you give some value to your feed on Twitter, people are more likely to go to your.
That makes sense. What kind of? Well, hey, that was the whole point. We like the rants. Those are good. Those are good for us. What kind of?
Shit. It was right before they changed the newer body styles. So what? 2015.
2015 Dodge Charger. Chris was asking. 2013. You said.
Yeah.
Chris was asking what year the Charger was. So if where's my brain going? Oh yeah, so what do you like to put on for Twitter? Like what do you like to tweet content wise?
I tried to do a bunch of different things. Lately I've just been jokes, talking shit mainly. I stub my dick on the top coffee table. Something that's gonna get a laugh like, hey, this guy's funny, man, I'll go watch the stream. Or I try to dumb shit.
Dumb shit.
Or I will try to offer advice, and it's different kind of advice. I'm not like, hey, if you post your link, you know how I am about this. If you post your link, I'll fucking follow you back. I think if you're helping somebody by asking them to do something, it's wrong. You should not be asking the person you're helping to do something. That's my opinion. I think if you're helping somebody, you're helping them and you're not wanting anything in return. I don't want you to do this and this and this, and then I'll follow you. Passed by Daddy Wild. So yeah, I just kind of put things out there that I've seen work for me, or things that I see that maybe I know don't work, and I try to let people know my feelings on things, and they can take it or leave it.
I get that. I feel that. That's the one thing. Like probably my biggest.
See, go to my stream, stub my dick all the time.
I see. Well, I think I remember reading that actually the other day. It was like, but that's my biggest weakness. I would say is probably Twitter. Like I was going at it pretty good for a little while, and then I was like, I'm tired. My Twitter strategy is just put memes in appropriate places. Like
yeah,
which I found out. So I was really tired one day apparently, and I put up one of those. Is it GIF or GIF? What would you call it? GIF or GIF?
I call it GIF. I know the real way to say it is GIF, but fuck you, that's peanut butter.
So I put a GIF up the other day, and I looked at and I must have been really tired because I looked at the comment, and like it was the worst reply to that comment. Like I don't know why. And people, the thing that grossed me out was people actually liked it, and I was like, oh no. Like,
Oh, another word of advice: don't like porn tweets on Twitter because everyone sees that shit.
well, I mean, I think if you've already gotten banned from Twitter or from Twitch for everybody seeing that shit, I don't think it matters anymore. Like,
But I don't think anyone saw it.
there's like you go to your clips page and there's like 30 clips. You're like, oh
Oh
god.
no, they deleted the whole VOD. They took care of all that.
Oh, good, good. They made it just disappear like it never happened.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go. There you go. Well, guys, I think we're winding down to the end of the podcast. I want to drop a big thank you to everyone who popped in, anyone who has followed. I hope you guys are doing great. We're gonna be we haven't found our next interview for next week yet. I've got a few names that I'm gonna kind of hit up this week. But thank you guys so much for dropping in. Wild One, thank you very much. Do you have anything you
Exactly.
wanted to say to everybody?
Everyone from my community, I really appreciate you guys coming out and supporting this tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the show.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Wild One. I'm like just terribly impressed. This was a really fun interview. I like this was fun. There was nothing to be nervous about. It was just shooting the shit. Guys, thank you again so much for the follow. So we're gonna be just so you know, we're gonna be streaming. So Wednesday we're gonna start at 9 a.m. again. About noon, we're going to start at 9 a.m. Central, and about noon, we're going to start a writing podcast. We're going to be starting writing a comic book that I have dubbed the X-Men Vampire Project. So we're going to be working on that. And then Friday, my dad's going to come in, and we're going to play Wolfenstein: The New Order. I'm going to play
Ooh, great
with my
game.
dad and see how it goes. My dad,
Great game.
yeah, he hasn't had access to a controller, and he's a big fan of the original Wolfensteins. So that's gonna be. Thank you so much for the follow. The name was so tiny. Oh, Dink. Thank you for the
Yeah,
follow.
I'm
And
the
then
fuckface, not you. I don't think, but I know I'm the
okay,
fuckface.
I'll take it any which way. I'm fine with it. But so and then on the following Monday, we're actually gonna kick up. We're gonna be playing some more retro gaming. It's either going to be Ghosts and Goblins, or if I can get some consoles going, we might be able to play Ninja Turtles next week. So thank you guys so much for following. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.